You should already have Theorem 10.10 and 10.11 written in your notes. Here we see an example of both a central angle in red and what is called an inscribed angle in green. Inscribed angles are angles that are pulled back all the way to the edge of the circle. And when you pull these angles back, they get smaller and smaller. Theorem 10.10 says that an inscribed angle will always be half of the arc that it inscribes. So in this particular problem, we see that the central angle would be 100 degrees. But if I pull that angle back, and so that it's all the way to the edge and it's inscribed, then that angle is half of the arc. So this becomes a 50-degree angle. Okay? Theorem 10.11 simply says that if two angles create the same arc, then they have to be equal to each other, two inscribed angles. So for example, if I took another angle and I brought it back here, but it still opened up to a 100-degree arc, then it too would still have to be, still have to be half of that, which would be 50 degrees. So because they create the same arc here, they would have to be equal to each other. So let's take a look at a problem where this is going to be solved. So on page 558, I'm going to take a look at question number 4. So question number 4 has a circle, and as we can see, it has an inscribed angle FGD. So it looks something like this here. So here's F, G, and D. It tells us that this arc here is 70 degrees and that the other one is 120 degrees. And so our job here is to solve for angle G is what they're looking for. So I'm going to start by the fact that a circle has to add up to 360 degrees. So if this part is 70 and this part is 120, that adds up to 190. So I'm going to take 360 degrees, take away 190 degrees, and whatever I'm left with will be 360 minus 190, 170 degrees. So this arc is 170 degrees. Now I'm looking for angle G, and it might be tempting to say that angle G is also 170, but angle G is not central. It's pulled all the way back to the edge, so it will be smaller than the central angle. It'll be half of it. So we divide our 170 by 2, and we find that angle G is 85 degrees. So now, on your own, I'd like you guys to try a few problems here. On the same page, on page 558, I want you to take a look at numbers 5 through 8. Remember, the whole circle is 360, and in some of these problems, you have a half circle, which you know is 180, like question number 5 and question number 7. Good luck.